Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to 1313 North Market. My name's Scott Johnson. I'm with partner with McConnell Johnson Real Estate, and we own and manage the building here. And we have a beautiful day for this announcement. I'd like to welcome County Executive Matt Meyer, Senator Harris McDowell, Tim Sheldon, and all the other council members that are here today with us to announce this program. I guess just in a nutshell, I mean, this is good for jobs, but it's really good for the climate. We've done many energy programs with Tony DePrima from the SCU over the years. They've always been successful, and what you're going to hear about today is just adding another tool for commercial owners of property throughout the county now to retrofit their buildings to be more energy efficient. So with that, I'll turn the program over to Matt Meyer, County Executive.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Scott. I hope you recognize you are in 1313 North Market. It's one of the only platinum wired certified buildings in the country, right? Which means super duper fast internet, which is nice in a lot of ways, and it's great for the economy, for tech jobs. We're here today to talk, of course, about our climate, but also about green jobs and to do something about it. I really appreciate all the people who are here today. I don't know everyone. I know there are a lot of people here that have been working on this for far longer than we have here in the county. Councilwoman Durham, Councilman Tim Sheldon, and Councilman Ken Woods all made sure we got, I think, unanimous support for this in County Council. If you know anything about County Council, that's somewhat unusual, and they worked real hard to do that. So make sure to give them a round of applause. But this effort, an effort in which we're actually the first county, the first jurisdiction in the entire state of Delaware to do PACE, property assisted clean energy. We're the first in the state. It's really a testament to the dedication to a lot of people who are here, no one more than Tony and Senator Tony DePrima and Senator Harris McDowell, who've been working on this for years and years and years. We were happy to give you support, along with, I know, Representative Pardee, now Senator Pardee, was the sponsor over on the House side to make sure it got through at the state level. And we were eager to be the first at the county. A few years before I first ran for office, in 2016, I was in Berlin, and I still remember flying out of Berlin. The way we took off, we kind of flew right over the city, and it struck me how you could not see a building in Berlin, Germany. This is probably about 2014. You could not see a building in Berlin, Germany that did not have a green roof or did not have rooftop solar. And I think that's a testament to the leadership in that country and in that city to say that this was important, that addressing climate change is important, and making sure that our citizenry have green jobs, have the job opportunities of the future. And so when this was put on my desk, I jumped at the opportunity to sign and support this legislation. To be clear, what it does, and Tony and Harris and probably most people here will correct me if I get it wrong, but if I, as a commercial property owner, want solar on my rooftop, there's a little bit of a problem where the lender will want a commitment, not just from me personally, but they'll want a commitment that runs with the land. So if next year I decide to sell that property, the lender still has some recourse. It's a technical detail that when you think about supporting green energy and think about supporting green jobs, most people thinking about this stuff don't think about that. But it's a detail, and a lot of times making good policy is about getting the details right. It's a detail that's really important to lenders. It's a detail that's really important to our economy that we get right so that we can be a leader in our state and in our country and in the world in creating green jobs and in taking steps to preserve the economy of the future. So I'm happy to be here. As I said, this is an exciting piece of legislation countywide for any commercial landowner in the county. And without further ado, I want to introduce the man not just behind this piece of legislation, but really the brains and the heart behind SEU, Harris McDowell.
Thank you, Matt. It's a pleasure to be here today, and I will say, Matt, as usual, you got it right. You usually do. And I want to congratulate you and the council for being the first county to move forward and get this going. The sooner this is going, and I see a lot of bankers here who are very interested. That's good. That's the intent. We hope that we're able to show you what a great project this is. The SEU, or Energize Delaware itself, is very pleased for the results we've gotten so far, even before this program is now ready to kick in full blow. We have done, in their initial stage of development at the beginning, we did a $72 million bond issue. The SEU is authorized to go and write in Wall Street. We got a 3.5% interest rate in the year we got it. It would be lower today. I believe today, if we had a $50 million bond to go to Wall Street with, we would get somewhere perhaps south of 3%. But the $50 million was then followed up. We've done approximately $50 million. I'm sorry, that was $72 million on the bond. We followed up with about 50 million of projects. The really terrific thing to think about is these projects, which are green, they're energy efficiency projects, they haven't cost the taxpayer one red cent, not a penny. That's the beauty of Energize Delaware and the SEU. We've done projects for groups and for individuals. This building is an individual. McConnell Johnson has done a beautiful renovation to this building. You've heard about the high-speed internet that it is now in its corpus and ready to serve the tenants of this building and beyond. That's a truly great thing. This PACE bill allows property owners to reduce their energy expenses, allows contractors to close more projects, grants mortgage holders benefits from an improved asset, allows the community to enjoy new investments, encourages reducing energy and water costs, increases the renewable energy deployment, reduces greenhouse gas emissions, and creates local jobs. And these local jobs I want to focus in on or not. They're not only local, they're green, they're producing energy efficiency, they're producing innovation in the energy and environmental world, so that we can do more and more. That's another reason this building, under the development of McConnell Johnson, is now housing one of the most dynamic incubators of new businesses we have in the state. And I think that's a great thing. So I want to congratulate everybody. I will tell you, new and good things are coming. I can't announce them yet, but we're going to redo the renewable energy portfolio in the state, and I think when we do, we're going to be path marked for greener, more efficient energy and less environmental pollution as we have been in the past. So I thank you and congratulations to all. Make sure I gave a shout out to the Newcastle County Council too for adopting this, and Newcastle's the first county.
As I mentioned, not only did our county council sponsors do an amazing job voicing support for this and getting out and getting the public behind it, but they did an amazing job getting their colleagues to all get on board. And our best example of that's Councilman Tim Sheldon, who sponsored the resolution to make today possible. So come on up.
Thank you, Matt. I have to say this, the great Senator Harris McDowell, I've known him for 30 years. We've tried to do stuff privately. and just never kind of worked out all the innovation he talked about on different things. So I was so happy that when we talked about this a couple years ago that I was able to bring it to Newcastle County after he got it passed in the state. So I really appreciate working with Mr. Senator Harris McDowell. This is definitely green jobs. When you look at this, a lot of environmentalists thought since, well, you're just giving something to business and to the banking industry. Not true. I mean, banks are where the money comes from, right? And business is what develops into the jobs and so forth. What this does is literally puts 100 building trades people to work. And a good paying job, high skilled jobs, skills of the future. I can't say how pleased I am to get this done so we can do green across this Newcastle County, this great county of ours. And hopefully the other 2 counties will also adopt this legislation to follow in our footsteps. I'm so proud, again, that County Exec Matt Meyer got behind it. When we spoke about it, he was all for it from day one. He just said, go get this passed, which I knew would be a little bit of talk and a little bit of endeavor to get this through. But actually, at the end of the day, everybody gets it. Jobs, green jobs. That's what we stand for, and that's why I'm so proud to be able to get this co-sponsored by Councilwoman Dee Durham, Councilman Ken Woods, John Cartier, and a host of others. But I was really glad that they were over there and they could talk with me. They understood the process, and I'm so happy that we got this done because this will be just one of many jobs. And as far as the banking industry goes, they needed something to protect them to be able to do this more and more. And I've heard close, anywhere between 6 and 8 other buildings are looking into this just in Newcastle County. So that's jobs coming, and it's green. So thank you very much. Take care, everybody. I appreciate it.
Yeah, someone else who's been working on this a long time, not just in County Council, but down in Dover, Councilman Ken Woods.
Good morning, everyone. So just to kind of reiterate what everyone else has been saying, that these are good green jobs. We've been using these in the public sector for a while. We've done some green roofs and we've done solar. In Red Clay, where I was on the board for 10 years, I went with the SEU and we saved $20 million to the taxpayer by going with the SEU. And it saved us from going to referendum for another $20 million. So this is a proven program. It puts people to work, and we're looking forward to doing more of this. We just did a green roof up the road on a private company at Insight, and they're getting ready to build another building, and we're hoping they'll do another green roof on that. So it put a lot of people to work, and that's what we're hoping this will do, is create more jobs. Thank you.
Just if you have an extra minute or two in your day, if you feel like at the end of the day you have an extra minute or two, thank Councilwoman Dee Durham, who's decided to yield her time to all of us. I want to make sure to thank a few people who I did not mention. First, I know he would have loved to be here today. He was lobbying me on this from day one, and that is Nello Paoli, who, similar to Councilman Woods and Councilman Sheldon, are all about jobs. All you got to do is say we're creating good jobs for people, and he's on the forefront of it. He had a loss in the family. He couldn't be here. Also on my team, Sanjay is our lawyer back there, hard negotiator, got this done. Thank you. And Brian Boyle, who's the head of our Green NCC team. This is 3 weeks ago announced 7 green initiatives in the county, and people are like, okay, you're announcing these things. How long will it take? This is number 2 that we're doing a few weeks later. So hats off to him for not just having us stand up and announce it, but actually getting it done. I think we all know we wouldn't be here if not for the folks at the SEU and Energize, Delaware, and we owe a great debt of gratitude. As Senator McDowell says, not only does it not cost taxpayers a penny, but it actually generates revenue for the state and county government. So without further ado, Tony DePrima.
So I'll be really brief. The fun part of this project is it was both economic development and it was about the environment. And so we were able to get a team of folks together from both sides of those houses, the unions, contractors, building owners, financiers, but at the same time we had the Sierra Club, various environmental groups, the League of Women Voters, Environmental Committee, all together up on a platform for the signing ceremony with the governor. So it was kind of neat that we really brought people together. It takes a village of people actually to get these very detailed and complex programs through. So I just want to take a minute to thank the villagers. So really leading the team was Brian Boyle for the county. Also Sanjay, who was already mentioned, their attorney. Also David McGregor, their finance director, and Danny Hartman, who was in the billing taxing area, but critical part of this concept. And then on our team, Brent Schaefer, who's our commercial attorney, really worked on our end of it, and then Brian McCarter, who's our consultant. So again, I also want to thank everybody from the public supporters to the villagers who got this through. So I think we're ready to sign. All right.
Yeah. Keep the pen. I do. So you redo the weather maps? Hold it up? Yeah. One round of applause. First case jurisdiction in Delaware. On the King County, right? Yeah. Sussex. On to Sussex. Go to the beach.